by the power of Grayskull.
So, Dean, this is it. Bloody hell. Been waiting a long time for this. Both big He-Man fans. Super excited, obviously, to see what the new He-Man's going to be like. I'm very nervous about it as well. But yeah, I've got the T-shirt. I've got my He-Man sort of annuals ready here. I know you've got some He-Man books yourself lined up, haven't you?
Oh yeah,
I'm sitting here.
All my books and my videos.
I'm sitting here. I've got Skeletor at the ready look, an original Skeletor look, OG look from the 80s.
Wow.
So we're both going to be watching it together. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Long time coming. We've been putting off. We've got 3 trailers to watch now. We've got the teasers and we've got the teaser of the teaser, and the main trailer. By the time this goes out, it'll probably be in theaters. So.
And I've deliberately, even though I've seen some things on social media, I've tried to come off it as quick as I can. Obviously,
I've seen images
to not ruin it. I've been saving myself for.
Yeah, us. Exactly that. I've seen images and stuff like that. I've not. To be fair, I'm actually quite shocked that I've kept this. Kept it away. I've been eager to watch it, but I've managed to divert from everything that's been thrown into my timeline on YouTube and stuff. So. I'm really pleased that I keep seeing it, but I'm skipping over it before it starts.
Me too. So. Yeah, me too.
So, like you say, this podcast reaction and everything like that. What we're trying to do is we are literally putting our views out there of being real big fans of the industry and stuff. And Luke himself actually works in the industry, so which is really cool. So we can get some really juicy backstage gossip and behind the scenes
I don't work.
Stuff.
Yeah, but I don't work on He-Man. Right, that's the thing. No. I'm just a massive He-Man fan. I've most of my work's been at kids TV. Obviously doing more.
But the industry. A lot of the industry. So some background. Yeah. You can break things down and let everybody know. How this was possibly made and give it a little bit of an insight into things like that. Right, okay, so we've got the teaser trailer. So this is the teaser for the teaser. And then we'll watch the teaser and then we'll watch the main trailer.
I can see it's got a retro TV right off the bat, so I'm already.
So it's going 80s, going hard 80s, I think. Right. Ready? 3, 2, go. 1.
Not long ago, when times were simpler.
80s.
This was a healthy breakfast. This was a powerful workout. And this was a hero. Perhaps now more than ever, we need that kind of hero again.
The sword looks perfect, doesn't it?
Oh, the sword looks amazing. Yeah, I really want it. Well, that was lovely.
It was a nice little intro, wasn't it?
I love the nostalgic, the honour of the originals. That felt really good, didn't it? It's worth saying, actually, what I did see prior to seeing any of these trailers or anything like that, what I did see before was a few images before any of this, which were He-Man in his, he's like the dude playing it. Was it Nicholas something? With a pink shirt on, but it was on Earth. I did see some photographs of those. So then this was probably about 6 months ago now. So they leaked those out early. But that definitely caused a concern amongst the fans that, it's set on Earth. Just the 80s version.
87.
Exactly that. So that caused a big wave.
It's not going to have a Courtney Cox cameo, is it?
Yeah. So then, since then, though, building up to these trailers coming out and stuff, I have heard and been seeing more. Like you say, I've been trying to get off them and stuff on social media, so I'm not seeing them. But a lot more Eternia focused, isn't it? Mm. And then just then, obviously, you got a few glimpses that look more Eternia than Earth. So I'm intrigued.
Okay. Right.
So what is this, Dino?
So this is the teaser trailer. Okay.
So that other one was the teaser for this teaser.
Yeah, so basically they released that teaser the day before, so it said on there that the teaser trailer's launching tomorrow. So this is so that was just showing you a little glimpse of the sword and Adam. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more in this.
Well, right off the bat, that looks lovely, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Well, the sword looks perfect. I mean, the one in the '87 movie was just a great big broadsword. It had nothing, no revs.
No.
It didn't look nothing like the toy.
But
which
as the
was crazy.
locations go, this looks beautiful, doesn't it? This could pass for Eternia, I guess. Just as long as it's not set on Earth.
Right, you ready? Are you ready for this? Because we've been waiting for ages for this.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god.
Wow.
Where I come from, that stuff is real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
This obsession with weird stuff and swords.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry.
Oh, that sword's
mine.
Good. That's the barbarian.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
Hey, up Cringer.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
The collector.
Take the sword. You protect them.
Michael, yeah.
Pisto.
Trapdoor. Beastman. Evil in. Well, obviously, thing is, ever since I saw Thor, was it the Ragnarok Thor?
Yeah,
I
Thor
thought,
Ragnarok.
Now it's like at a time where, yeah, we can definitely make a He-Man film. When I saw that, because I thought this, you know, and he had Idris Elba, funnily enough, was the gatekeeper. Do you remember? And you saw all of where Thor lived and everything, and it looked just like Eternia. It's how I imagined that. So obviously, I think that is what I'm trying to say. I think that is how I was expecting it, but the CG just didn't look as good as Thor from that trailer. For me, anyway, the CG didn't look as good. And Cringer, obviously, I'm ecstatic that it's got so many of the original characters in it, and that all looks decent. But the quality of the CG to me looked a bit hokey.
This is a worrying one with me in regards to the CG, because like you say, if you're going to be doing Eternia, and you're going to be doing all of these characters and stuff, it's going to look really shit. It's makeup. Do you know what I mean? It has to be CGI. A lot of them, like Spycore and all that, they looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you can, like you said, you know, you could some of the CGI that we've seen, like Avatar and all that, you know, it's absolutely incredible. But then you get something like, which is a really high budget movie like the Flash movie, and then you see the CGI in the Flash movie, and I'm just like,
you know how, I don't want to sound like a dick, right? But how I always imagined doing a He-Man film, I haven't had the opportunity, obviously, maybe in the future I will. But, you know, how I always wanted to do it was, I always wanted it to be a real mix of practical effects and CG, like Jim Henson creatures. You know, for like, and if nothing else, you know, for the close-ups, like the mid shots and stuff. So you could have like a big, real animatronic head of Cringer speaking. It's literally there. You can touch it, and it's like, You know, like the original Jurassic Park 1 that Spielberg did. That the reason why that looked so fucking amazing and still stands up now is because it's a real mix, I think, anyway, of the practical effects of the close-up mid shots of the dinosaurs, and then for the wider shots, then it is like full CG, obviously. But it was done at a time when that was all new and it was settled in and it was comped beautifully, as in, you know, composited into the locations beautifully. But it was the mix between that and the real practical effects that you could actually see and feel and touch, where the actors were interacting with them, and it was that blend that made it so realistic. Now, I was hoping that they would do something like that with He-Man. It doesn't look like they have. It looks like they've gone down the CG route for everything, which obviously is a real tempting thing to do, because ultimately it'll be cheaper just to do it all like that, and it'll be simpler just to do it all like that, because you can film it all on a green screen pretty much, and then just do it all later in post. But that, to me, that's a real shame. Obviously, that's just the teaser, so it might look better, you know, in the cinema, because I had a bit more time to, you know, work on the composite and stuff. But to me, that's a bit of a red flag, that it might look a bit too CG heavy to me, and not as practical as I was hoping. But like you pointed out as well, that very much tells the story that He-Man's been living on Earth since he's been a kid, which is new. And they've obviously used that as a bit of a device, haven't they, to be able to get the fans and introduce new fans to the world via his eyes, exactly, which is interesting. And I'd rather they do that than they do it via someone else, like some kid who's lost on Eternia, or like you say, Courtney Cox or something, you know, like with her missing her parents. I'm glad that they're actually doing it in a way with the central character, because then that will give us more central character time, if that makes sense.
The thing which is screaming out to me is it's Superman. They've sent him away. They've sent Adam away.
It is totally that. Yeah, you're right.
They've
sent him away, then they're bringing him back.
Then bringing him back. Yeah, he's gonna have the human side of him. He's gonna be human. You know, he's gonna be, obviously he would have grown up, because he would have gone as a, I don't know if we'll find out. Is he gone as a baby, or is he a child, or what? We don't know. So he would have gone through school. So it's proper fucking Superman, isn't it?
No, I think it's hilarious though, with the he him, like the pronoun thing.
Yeah,
the
so
he
like
him now, isn't it? And bringing that in as a he him, and if that segues to him being known as He-Man, that's quite funny. It's quite a funny way to do it, because
right. I think what we should do is we should get into the final trailer, and then
let's do it, man. I'm excited.
Let's do this, and then we'll have a quick chat at the end, and then we'll call it a wrap. All right. Let's see. Right, here we go. Let's go. We've got 2 minutes 44 already.
It's a big one.
3, 2, 1. Adam.
I know most of you.
By the way, I'm liking his pink
don't
shirt.
Remember me?
Great nod.
There's a nod to his.
But I know all of you.
Pink jacket.
Matt's arms looks good.
No, that fringe looks awful. Sorry. That looks too CG.
Fringes in the line.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
Skeletor took my family.
That's the collector ship, Skeletor's,
And he destroyed our world.
It's all my fault. I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. Then don't fall.
Nice.
That's your chance to stand tall.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me, I know how to use it.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Hang on, is Orko in it? What's that?
No, that's like why we haven't seen Orko yet. Is someone's done a video.
Oh,
okay. I think they're going to save that for a reveal, or they're going to keep it for the movie. I don't think they're going to hold, because we haven't seen.
Yeah, Orko's definitely in it. Can I just say, right off the bat, what's your initial reaction?
Again, the trailer. Because I've been so. How could I put it? He-Man was such a big thing in my early, in the early days. He-Man, like I said, I'm a big He-Man fan when I was a kid, but I've not seen anything of it. Like your Ghostbusters and Turtles and stuff through the as I've grown up. He-Man was literally when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, and then it cut off. There was only 2 seasons ever made of it, so it was a massive part of me growing up in the sense of in the beginning of my early life, with these books and stuff. Remember these books,
yeah,
and I remember collecting the figures and the toys. But watching that, be fair, it didn't really grab me.
No.
Be honest. I mean, I think from what it looks like. It looks great. I think it's going to be a great movie, something to watch at. But is it pulling at my emotional heartstrings? No. For a start, it blinds me because I hate it. Right? I don't know about you, or is it just me? But I always remember He-Man used to say, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power." Mm-hmm. Right? Why does he never say, "By the power of Grayskull"? He didn't say it in the 87 movie. He just says, "I have the power." That's it.
No, but the thing is as well, like in the 87 movie, he does it for no reason either, because it's already a beefcake, isn't he? He literally just lifts it up and just makes a big light for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. Whereas the motivator for doing that, it was always to actually give him the power, as in make him muscly and stuff, because his top used to come off and things. That's one thing I wanted to say. This Nicholas Gelitzine, or whatever you say his name, to me, he's just not, when he's He-Man, he's just not muscly enough, right? I don't get it. I don't know why. If you're going to go like that CG route as well, and why not make the most powerful man in the universe more muscly? I don't want to sound like, I want to body shame anybody. Obviously, he's ripped. He's a lot more ripped than I am. But I'm just saying he just doesn't have that He-Man quality that I was expecting as a kid, and I don't know why. As I was saying, the movie I always envisioned, like I always thought, and the Hemsworths, when it was Hulk, Chris Hemsworth, sorry. When I saw that he had a younger brother, I made the movie in my head of He-Man. I was like, oh wow, he could, like, the younger brother could get thinner, lose some weight. Chris Hemsworth could bulk up even more, and then they could literally play the same character in a He-Man movie. That's what I had in my head. And then you could literally have like him raise the sword, I have the power, and then he morphs into his brother basically, who's much more of a brick house, muscly, and I thought that would be better. And again, it's making it more practical and stuff as well in terms of it's real and things. But then with the onset of like more CG, like the Hulk movies and stuff like that, you could emphasize them even more. The Marvel Hulk looks amazing in terms of making him even more muscly and stuff. And again, I don't want to body shame anyone or anything, but that's like he's the master of the universe, right? He should be more buff than anyone, right? He's meant to be stronger than anyone. So to me, it grates against me that he's obviously he's really in shape, but to me, he just doesn't look as strong as He-Man should look, right?
Well, I was just looking back at this, just picturing the Skeletor where they were clashing. Skeletor looked more ripped than He-Man.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Skeletor's all CGI.
Is he? Jared? Oh, that's one thing. We heard Skeletor speak, didn't we? Then,
yeah, he didn't. Yeah,
so I'm assuming that's Jared Leto doing his best Bane impression. Like he sounded just like Tom Hardy as Bane, right? Oh, hello, He-Man.
I think
I didn't like that either.
I think what I've got to do is I think I've got to go away and I think I've got to process it and I think I'm going to watch it again and then my honest reaction. I'm not too I'm not a big. It's not grabbed me.
Yeah, me. I think.
Do you know that the only thing that I would say, is I love the fucking sword. The sword is amazing.
The sword looks fantastic. That couldn't be better. The sword could be better.
And
I love the way. I love the way that it's like the nod to the locations. The art wise, design wise. Sorry, I want to say design wise, it's all designed fucking perfectly.
Snake
the grey skull and everything. Snake Mountain looks especially amazing. Like design from a design perspective, whoever they got to design it looks fucking awesome. Like they really honored the original designs, but then just made them, just contemporized them more. It's the execution of the designs, i.e. the effects, like the CG itself, I feel from those trailers has let it down. Like that, and especially with Cringer and the Battle Cat, then I assume as well. It looks fake. In those trailers, they might have more time, obviously, working on the comp and stuff, and by the time it's in the cinemas, it might look a lot better. But currently, as it stands, it doesn't look as good as I feel like it should do. Design-wise, though, and so what I'm trying to say is, from the concept, from the director, the concept, the designs and everything, I feel like it's a really good, solid attempt, from what I can see, to honour what is He-Man. And it's really clever the way they're bringing in the pronouns and stuff for as a he, him and things. And I think it's clever as well that we're going to see and be introduced to Eternia through Adam's eyes, albeit he seems to remember a lot of it. But it's still cool that you're going to be coming from Earth into that. So that's literally holding the hand of the viewer, isn't it? It's a device to take them in and introduce them to the world. So that could work. It's just the execution of the effects currently don't look as good as I was hoping.
I think they've missed a trick there. If he's fully conscious of Eternia, why he's on Earth, I think that's a big miss, because I'd like him to be like swept back into Eternia.
He doesn't know,
and he gets the sword, and he's got the sword, and he doesn't know how to use it. And when he gets into, it's talking to him, gets to it, and then it all comes to him. He sees Trapjaw, he sees Skeletor, he sees all these people, and they're like fucking monsters.
That would make more sense, yeah.
Would make more sense. It just seems to be, well, I knew all this. He's been drawing it for ages, unless these are visions, and he probably doesn't necessarily know where he's come from. Well, we don't know. We're just going on what we've seen, but from what I've seen, it looks like he knew where he come from.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was just going to try and find my way home. Well, and that to me would be a bit weird. That would be a bit weird. I would have liked him if he came into it. He had to fulfill his potential without him knowing who he was.
Yeah.
But anyway, another touching, another thing what we're touching on the special effects. They probably had to rush it because they had people, loitering around doing the shoelaces outside the corridor. They thought, God, we can't do security shit here, right? We're going to have to get this, speeded it up, yeah? So Battle Cat shit, mate, because of you tying your shoelaces 20, 30 times.
Oh, I knew it. Well, at least I had an input. Anyway. But no, I don't know, we'll see. But no, thanks so much for arranging this, Dino. Technically, like, Dean's been across all of the technical of this vodcast, is it? Or podcast, whatever the hell it is. But no, you've done amazing, man. As long as assuming this actually works and we're going to be able to hear ourselves after. But no, it's been fantastic, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like you say, it's all trial and error. But it's like you said, we're gonna do this more often, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to break down, and we'll break down a video of just me and Luke, and we can actually take away everything that we've just learnt about these trailers, and then put it in together, and then we're going to have a good hour chat about what we think could happen and what we think was good about it, what was bad about it, and I think we could do another episode completely on that.
Well, that sounds really good, man. And now the technical stuff's all out of the way, we can start early again, because we've actually been on this since 6 a.m. in the morning, pretty much. but moving forward, we can just jump on it and get them done a lot more regularly. So that could be good.
Absolutely. All right,
excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Dino. Sort this out.
Too,
thanks for tuning in. If anyone's tuned in, brilliant.
If not, where are you?
Cheers, Dean.
Bye-bye.